more broadly, we know, because practitioners and academics and researchers have been tracking since at least 1989, and even a little bit further back, as far as taking a look at the National Registry of Exonerations, that nearly 3,000 people have been wrongfully convicted in the United States. And that's just what our data shows, since 1989. And then to take a look, further still, since the early 70s, we know that nearly 200 people have been exonerated from death row. And what we know to be true is that the leading cause of these wrongful convictions is ineffective assistance of counsel. And so that ranges, from a number of different things, but from poorly preparing for for representation, to inadequate investigation, and really taking a look at not calling in the lower court a number of things that could really truly preserve a case for these individuals. But before you even get there, as was argued in the brief itself, you have to have counsel. And not having counsel is, by definition, ineffective assistance of counsel. And I just think that these issues were the reason that we've got the Innocence Project weighing in, period.
Thank you, Amy. That really is important to paint the broader picture about wrongful convictions. I want to add just a footnote there. It's more than just wrongful convictions as a result of inadequate investigation. It also very commonly leads to false confessions. Take, for example, the criminally accused who can't make bail, and they sit in the detention center unrepresented for a period of time, after which they are inclined to say, wait a minute, are you offering me the opportunity to get out of here if I plead guilty for time served? They've already been incarcerated or detained for a longer period of time than they might have been sentenced to by the time they are finally getting counsel. And so they say, well, hell, give me the keys to the joint. All I have to do is say I did it and plead guilty. And then they've got a criminal, probably felony offense on their record, which is going to haunt them for a long, long time. Something that perhaps they didn't do, but as a practical matter, it's better to get out of jail than to sit there and fight for your innocence, even when you're innocent. As a practical matter, you need to do something. And that's a very significant part of this, in addition to the people who can wait it out or who do make bail and go to trial and then end up convicted because they were unrepresented for too long and lost opportunities.
Excellent point, Randy. I mean, pretrial, detention is absolutely a known issue, or a known innocence issue. Just thinking about even a few days away from your family, from your job, which could result in not having a job, in many instances, is compelling enough to just say,
right,
get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
And when you can get out for time served, why not?
Right.
Which is often the case. Right. Imagine somebody sitting in jail for 120 days unrepresented on something, just like that's a third of a year.
Right.